What's going on, guys? It's Felicia here from Valuable Referral, the Valuable Mindset, and all I do on this channel is simply refer value to the entrepreneur to help them win. And we're going to get into this video, and it's a realistic video. A lot of people don't really want to deal with it, but I'm here to help you out so you can actually go on not just your entrepreneurial life, but just your life in general. So we're going to talk about today 5 signs to show that you're living in an average state. Check this out. Number 1, what you talk about. Now guys, what you talk about can speak volumes on who you are as an individual. Now a lot of times, like for instance, I had a coworker of mine. He was a very positive dude. You know, he always talked about motivation, and from the hindsight, it looked like this dude got it together. Like he knows he's right here with it, but he never actually got to the point where all that stuff he was talking seeped in his life. You get what I'm saying? It's like he was sharing positivity, but his life didn't have peace because he was actually just talking a good game, but wasn't living it out. And a lot of times we fall into that, and sometimes we can get trapped in the stigma in the mind, like I'm sharing all this positivity because I feel like it's something I need to do, something I need to encourage people for, but at the very same time, I'm not living it. And those are the people that you actually have to just look around yourself. You got to look around in your surroundings and be like, are these the people I really need to be hanging around with? Those who talk a good game but not living it, or those who talk negatively? It can work both ways. It can work in a way where people are just so negative all the time, like everything negative they believe, even if it's not true. You know, I worked for the Department of Corrections for years, just about 10 years. And everything on a day-to-day basis was negative, and they fed into that. It's like, it almost like it made them grow. If they didn't have any type of negativity to talk about, they didn't have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's one of the reasons that you have to actually just think about it, just on a regular basis. I understand people are at work, and you be a certain way at work, that you're different at home because these are your loved ones, but at the same time, I also believe in being true. And if this is not a conversation you should be indulging in because it doesn't feed you, stay out of it. That's just what it is. You got to be called the oddball or the weirdo. Hey, I'd rather take that than being phony. That's just how I see it. Number 2, who you hanging around. A lot of times people actually are consumed. They're not a negative person, whatever, but it's like they don't feel right within themselves being alone. And I'm not just talking about relationship-wise. I'm talking about just in your friend circle, your family circle. Like, you don't feel right being the oddball, being the one that's always in the corner, reading books. But you have to understand that that's okay. Like, it's perfectly fine and it's perfectly normal to do so. Like, it is what it is for you to get yourself together. But some people would rather be in that circle of influence just to feel like they're whole, just to feel like, you know what I mean? Like they're complete. When that circle is actually toxic for your health. You know what I mean? Like some people are quiet people, and they're in circles where the people are so negative and there's nothing sacred about their environment. So let's say, for instance, I have a group of friends who are gossipers, and all they do is gossip. So it's like I can't really tell them my information because they're going to share with everybody else. And everybody else, there could be people that I don't personally like. So now they know something personal about me that I shared out of secrecy, thinking that this is my friend. And that can bring a person down too. So that's number 2. Check who you're around. Like, it's like, it's an old saying, it's an old hip hop song. I'm dating myself here. It was a song said, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. And that just doesn't mean you as an individual, but that also means your friend circle. So you got to check what your environment and who you're hanging around. Number 3, your rituals. A lot of times we want big things. Like I know I definitely want big things, but I know that I have to create rituals, habits in a sense, to actually get me there. There is nobody on earth that's great in the world or was great in the world that didn't have habits, whether it's, reading a book a week, a book a month, or exercising every day. Like they had habits. Kobe had it. LeBron has it. People that's going to be after LeBron and whoever else is to come, they have habits. They're not great just by coincidence. That doesn't happen. That doesn't exist. Now, don't get me wrong, lucky breaks does happen, but over time it will show who you are. You have to have rituals. So if your ritual is to get be a millionaire, you got to hang around millionaires. You got to start listening to millionaires. I know a lot of times we're like, well, I don't hang around millionaires because, you know, I'm in the ghetto, or, you know, that's not my environment. All right, there's something called YouTube, which you're currently watching. You have to actually hang around people or listen to people that actually are doing it, literally doing it. Their life shows it. I'm not saying getting all into their life, their personal details, but you got to know that this person did something that I want to do. So it's like, this person was a financial goal I'm trying to reach, then I have to listen to this person. Okay, then I listen to the next person. You don't have to be tied down to one person, but at the same time, find a mentor that you actually can follow. You can follow their instructions. They kind of relate to you in the sense of where they used to be, because everybody has a starting point, guys. Don't let them fool you. You know, I heard saying, don't judge somebody's middle with your beginning, because you disqualify yourself. You're like, oh, I can't do that because look how many, you know, people he has. Look how much money she has. Don't do that. But you gotta have some type of discipline. So if it's health, you gotta have health. You gotta have some type of health goals. I'm not just talking about working out at the gym. Yes, that's beneficial. It is. But eating is even better. When I see people walking out of the gym, I can see those who are regulars. You know, because there's some people that's heavy set, that's regulars going back and forth in the gym. And there's some people that's skinny, that always maintain, or in good shape, always maintain their health or their weight size. And you can tell what that person been doing when they leave the gym. So you got to have it. Whatever your goals is, guys, your rituals must follow. Number 4, some people just simply care way too much about what other people think. And it's like, if your goal is to help people in some form or fashion, you can't be a person that cares what other people think. I'm not saying you can't care about people, because sometimes we can care about people so much that I'm obligated to tell you the truth. Like, I feel I do just a disservice to you guys if I'm just sitting there and I'm like, well, I don't know what kind of comments you guys gonna have. Maybe I don't like my hair. Maybe you don't like my skin complexion. Maybe I have a zit somewhere. But if I'm sharing with you something that can help you in your life, that's all that matters to me. Forget all the comments. You know, I definitely want you guys to engage, but what I'm trying to say is the main point of what number 4 was going to be is basically what I'm saying is, you have to care about people enough to tell them the truth. Like, you cannot be somebody that is so consumed with, you're so consumed with what somebody might say that it hinders you from telling somebody the truth. Like, I don't know, you know, and some people are consumed with that, and they never actually, and they get stuck, and their gift will actually suffer, or won't even be discovered at all, because they care so much about what another person thinks. Number 5, last tip, y'all can go ahead, and I hope you guys work this video, work this information, and do it for yourself, do it for your family. You got to be a risk taker. There's nothing in life, period, that wasn't created by risk. The car, the airplane, you know, everybody took risks. Some people died, guys, from these little excursions that we do in life, when we go to the islands or we go to the Poconos or anything like that. Like, all these little excursions that we do, somebody actually died trying to invent that. And then what others did was, you know, a few more people died. Then they started critiquing it. It was all risk. So what I'm saying is, you can't be somebody that expected to be great, but you're scared of everything. And what you have to realize is that nothing is safe. There is nothing in the world that's safe, guys. Nothing. Like, a lot of people are stuck in the 9 to 5, or they feel like they stuck in the 9 to 5. And it's like, okay, what can I do that can make this type of money or more? Well, you have to cultivate your gift, because that's what makes you money. See, the people, it's not so much what it is, your responsibilities in the sense, but it's also what you're here on this planet to do. I know I'm here on this planet to actually encourage and to spark the greatness out of somebody else. That's what I know I'm here for. So I already know that my gift is going to make room for that. You know, that's already ministry in a sense for me. So I'm good with that. But I had to discover what that was. I had to get out that 9 to 5 state of mentality and actually walk the alone, isolated path. And not that I, you know, want to be alone, but it's needed for the necessary time allotted to discover who you are. And you have to take risks with that, guys. Some people know who they're supposed to be in life. Some people know what they're supposed to be in life. They don't do it because they're scared. And guess what? Les Brown said it best. To get out this life, you're going to have to die to leave here in the first place. So, you know, nothing is safe. Everybody's going to be in the grave one day. Everybody. So I'd rather live full and die empty, because everything I gave while I was alive, I gave it to others. And that's all I got, guys. And if you like that video, if it's been helpful, if you found value in it, or if you actually know somebody who's living average and don't want to live average, share that video, share this video, hit that like, hit that notification bell, be in the know, on the know. I think that every time I make these videos, every time I go through a pain or a struggle and I get over it and I get through it, I can share it with you guys, because I believe that's going to help somebody. And if it does, if it only helps one person, I did my job. The reason why I make these videos, guys, the reason why I do what I do, the reason why I blabber all the time, is because you're worth it. See you guys in the next video.